Alright guys, so watch this video for Thursday, June 29th. Real quick, I got a request for everybody. If you like these videos at all, for the reason, that I'm putting out a watch list every night. I've been doing it for years. Never really requested this before, but and I try to throw in some trading wisdom and some chart setups in some of these videos too as I go over highlights from the day. So if you like these videos at all, I truly appreciate if you would just retweet the tweet where the video is mentioned, to share it and get the word out there, because again, I don't advertise, but I would appreciate that. Maybe even subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you'll get alerts whenever I post a video, which is watch this video every night. I had a really nice day in the chat room today. Also, real quick, I don't advertise. I said that already. But what I'm more proud of than that is I never, ever, ever call random entries. All right. I never, ever say in XYZ, which I think separates our room already from probably every other room out there where the moderator just says, I'm in XYZ, and it becomes a game of musical chairs. You don't know why the moderator took it, but you say, well, you know what? It's getting ready to run because all these people in here are going to buy it and so on. It's nothing like that. So in my opinion, if you're in a room like that where you're following a guy who says in XYZ, and that guy gets hit by a truck tomorrow, are you going to be able to trade on your own? You really, really need to learn setups, how to trade them, how to pay yourself, how to play defense, and that is what we're all about. So honestly, think about it. If you make money from a guy who says in XYZ and everyone's chasing and you've got the musical chair, even if you make money, you're going to lose money in the long run because you're teaching yourself terrible habits, and you're not really teaching yourself how to trade. So it's just something to think about. All of our calls at greatstockpicks.com are made before the trigger entry, before I take the entry. And on top of that, I'll bring in, I've been putting my equity curve in every one of these videos. Again, you see another green dot today, which just means a new high for the year. This is 2017. So I got another new high for the year. I had a really nice day in chat today. So anyway, that equity curve is the direct result of trading exactly like we teach in our course, exactly like we teach in the chat room. And my favorite thing about it, no overnights. So that entire equity curve, the grinding higher every day that I just showed you, is cash every night, right? So it's logging in, making money, and then back to cash. So how many people with portfolios of 15 or 20 stocks do you think are green almost every day? Well, a lot of times you have a nice move in something and then a terrible move in something else, and they're offsetting each other. I never have to worry about that, right? And I sleep great because I know I can make money tomorrow and not have to worry about, I hope nothing I own gaps down, or the overall market gets hit and then all of my positions go down. So really proud of that equity curve, especially when you take into account there's no overnight holds there. All right. Some examples from today real quick. Let's slide MBRX over. I called this one, see this? This is yesterday and today showing 5-minute candles. See this nice trend line? And I'm showing you why I called it. Again, this isn't some random in XYZ. It was a trend line break with catalysts above. This little flag break right here I called at 214. Why? Well, if you look, the high of day was just above. So there's a good chance we're going to get through that 217 high. What's just above that? You hear me talk about stacked catalysts all the time. The day before that's high, right above that. So you had dominoes to fall, so I called it long here, 7-cent stop. Next thing you know, high of day break through yesterday's high, and it's off to the races. And this thing actually went to, I think, 232 before it was all said and done today. I'm sorry, 332 from 214. That is a monster move. I think over 50% on 7 cents risk. Very proud of that call. But again, you notice there's a reason for the call based on the chart, based on the trading action. Here's proof that I called it. That's a screenshot from chat today. I called MBRX 214 entry idea, 207 stop. You look at the time and you'll notice that's before it triggered, right? None of this in XYZ or in MBRX, and then it becomes a game of who can get in and then who can get out without getting burned. Another example, CBI. I did a bottom feeding call on this one today on CBI right here, 1969. Was the idea that I put forth in the room, and you can see it went to 2095. Really, really nice move there. The stop, obviously, low of day, wasn't that far below. There's just a couple examples. We had some really nice trades today. I'll give you an afternoon example. SPEX was just on fire, and then Ramesh, one of our great members who I follow, I have him on my hot list, which means I get an audible alert when Ramesh posts something. He said when it looked like this, he was watching SPEX for a possible end of day run. So I looked at the chart and I chimed in my 2 cents. I said I like it if it basically another trend line. I said I basically like it if it gets to 186. Here's what happened. So this was Ramesh putting it on my radar. A couple other people chimed in too that they liked it. And then you get this huge end of day run. This trade alone could have made your day, not to mention the other ones I posted, right? Wayne this morning called NTNX right here. Sorry, there's a guy doing work in my garage right now if you can hear that noise in the background. So you see the 20 break. Well, next thing you know, we get through red to green, high of day. Again, notice catalysts above, and we got a nice move up to 20.69. Stop was only about 20 cents below. So there's a few highlights from today, but let's talk about the watch list for tomorrow. All right, DMPI. Now the market's still open. There's 11 minutes left in the session. So some of these might actually look a little different in the morning because who knows what's going to happen at the end of the day here. But I like this DMPI. You had this spike here, few-day pullback, and another spike. So this one certainly has room to run if it can get going tomorrow. ITUS, a couple obscure names that I've really never traded before, but ITUS is a pretty chart. You had volume here that took it up to 170. You had a lower high here that took it up to 130. Then you had a nice volume day here that took it to 114. Then today, it's trading right about at this 3-day high. It looks like it's going to close right around here. This one has room, and I love the volume. It's got room to break, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Fairly low float too. HTZ Hertz, after this big pop here, is kind of flagging sideways. I want to watch that one for a breakout. SYY. Again, sorry about the noise. Poorly timed video. I'll pause it again if the noise comes back. SYY had a nice bounce today. Just looking for a continuation of that bounce. Intraday. Yeah, I mean, it definitely was pretty strong. Nice volume as it broke back up through 50. Looks like it's going to close somewhere around $50. So anyway, we're watching that one for a continuation of the bounce tomorrow. MOSY, pretty handsome chart here. Pop, flag, another pop, and really kind of flagging sideways. And it looks like it's closing strong. 9 minutes left. I was considering this over 230 for a late day trade, but now I'm making a video, so I'm not going to take it. DCTH. This is one of those penny stocks I've been watching. I like the fact you got 2 red days now after the huge move, huge secondary move, a couple days lower. That one's going to have to give me a really nice setup, but I still think it's worth watching. SPEX absolutely extended here, but I said the same thing, in the past about other stocks. For example, CBI, I said that was extended coming in today. There goes that noise again. Sorry. And then ended up getting a bottom feeding play on this right at that 1960 area and over $1 move. So, again, it doesn't mean that we can't get a trade in it. So I do want to watch SPEX for the next several days because it had massive volume and you never know. You might get it set up the very next day. And lastly, nope, 2 more. CNAT, CNAT, curving back up, then a red day, and then right back up. Let's keep our eyes on that one. And lastly, HTGM. Nice little breakout today out of this range. We'll see if that can continue tomorrow. Again, please share the video by forwarding or retweeting my tweet with this video link if you like these videos, and absolutely want to keep the whole watch list video and recaps. I want to keep those going, and I'm never gonna charge for those, but I'd certainly appreciate passing it along because we have a lot to offer in our chat room. And again, I don't advertise because I'm only interested in people that actually want to learn to trade, not to become sheep and follow some guy who's just randomly jumping in stuff. All right, I'm gonna quit babbling because it's pretty noisy in the background. See you tomorrow.